오케이. 3일차. Week 1. But so little time. So many books to read, but so little time. Books to read, but so little time. So little time. Inflammation of the lungs. Inflammation in the middle ear. Inflammation of the joints. Inflammation of the lungs. Inflammation in the middle ear. Inflammation of the joints. Inflammation in the brain causes brain fog. 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 Inflammation in the brain. Inflammation in the brain causes brain fog. Inflammation in the brain causes brain fog. Causes brain fog. Inflammation in the brain 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 causes brain fog. Causes brain fog. Inflammation in the brain causes brain fog. Inflammation in the brain causes brain fog. Inflammation in the brain causes brain fog. The brain causes brain fog. Brain fog. And pasta are popular Italian dishes. Both pizza and pasta are popular Italian dishes. Both pizza and pasta 끊고 popular Italian dishes. Both pizza and pasta are popular Italian dishes. Both pizza and pasta are popular Italian dishes. Both pizza and pasta are popular Italian dishes. Both kimchi and bibimbap are popular Korean dishes. Both pizza and pasta are popular Italian dishes. Both pizza and pasta are popular Italian dishes. Italian dishes. Both pizza and pasta are popular Italian dishes. Popular Italian dishes. Both pizza and pasta are popular Italian dishes. Italian dishes. Both pizza and pasta are popular Italian dishes. Okay. Both pizza and pasta are popular Italian dishes. Italian dishes. Both kimchi and bibimbap are popular Korean dishes. Sam and Mary wanted a pet. Sam and Mary wanted a pet. One is a pet. Sam and Mary wanted a pet. However, they couldn't decide what animal to get because both of them loved both cats and dogs. In the end, they got both. However, the Sam and Mary wanted a pet. However, they couldn't decide couldn't decide what animal to get. Couldn't decide what animal to get because both of them loved both cats and dogs. In the end, they got both. Sam and Mary wanted a pet. However, they couldn't decide what animal to get because both of them loved both cats and dogs. In the end, they got both. In the end, they got both. Sam and Mary wanted a pet. 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 However, they couldn't decide what animal to get because both of them loved both cats and dogs. In the end, they got both. Both of them, both cats and dogs, both popular. Okay. 다시. Sam and Mary wanted a pet. However, they couldn't decide what animal to get. Couldn't decide what animal to get. 여기서 끊는구나. Couldn't decide what animal to get because both of them loved both cats and dogs loved. In the end, they got both. Because both of them love both cats and dogs. In the end, they got both. They got both. Both cats and dogs. Both cats and dogs. In the end, they got both. They got both. They got both. Both. Okay. My wife and son wanted a pet. However, they couldn't decide what animal to get because both of them loved both cats and dogs. In the end, they got both. Okay. My wife and son wanted a pet. My wife and son wanted a pet. However, they couldn't decide what animal to get because both of them loved both cats and dogs. In the end, they got both. In the end, they got both. In the end, they got both. Pet. However, they couldn't decide. However, they couldn't decide what animal to get because both of them love both cats and dogs. In the end, they got both. They couldn't decide. TED를 약간 couldn't decide. They couldn't decide. Couldn't decide. decide를 발음 결정하다 decide decide couldn't decide couldn't decide, 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 decide. D가 아니라 드네. decide. couldn't decide. 아, 그럼 발음 쉽지. couldn't decide, couldn't decide, couldn't decide, couldn't decide, couldn't decide, couldn't decide, 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 couldn't decide, decide, side, 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 decide, decide, side, decide, decide, couldn't decide, 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 couldn't decide, 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 decide. They couldn't decide, couldn't decide what animal to get because both of them loved both cats and dogs. Both cats and dogs. In the end, they got both. They got both. They got both. Sam and Mary wanted a pet. However, they couldn't decide. They couldn't decide. Sam and Mary wanted a pet. However, they couldn't decide what animal to get because both of them loved both cats and dogs. In the end, they got both. In the end, they got both. Sam and Mary wanted a pet. Wanted가 아니라 wanted a pet. Wanted, 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 t, t, wanted, wanted. Wanted, 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 wanted a pet, wanted a pet, wanted a pet, wanted a pet. Sam and Mary wanted a pet, wanted a pet, wanted a pet. Wanted a pet. Sam and Mary wanted a pet. Sam and Mary wanted a pet. Sam and Mary wanted a pet. However, they couldn't decide what animal to get because both of them loved both cats and dogs. In the end, they got both. My wife and son wanted a pet. However, they couldn't decide what animal to get because both of them loved both cats and dogs. In the end, they got both. In the end, they got both. My father and mother wanted a pet. My mother is only one. My mother wanted a pet. However, she couldn't decide what animal to get because both of them loved both cats and dogs. In the end, they got both. In the end, they got both. In the end, they got both. Sam and Mary wanted a pet. However, they couldn't decide what animal to get because both of them loved both cats and dogs. In the end, they got both. Animal to get because both of them love Sam and Mary wanted a pet. However, they couldn't decide what animal to get because both of them loved both cats and dogs. In the end, they got both. Sam and Mary wanted a pet. However, they couldn't decide what animal to get because both of them loved both cats and dogs. In the end, they got both. Sam and Mary wanted a pet. However, they couldn't decide what animal to get. Couldn't decide what animal to get because both of them loved both cats and dogs. In the end, they got both. In the end, they got both. In the end, she got both. 오늘 내일 거 예습 복습 예습. McDonald's has shrunk the size of each menu to reduce customer wait time and the complexity of the menu and kitchen. Customer wait times and kitchen. McDonald's has shrunk the size of each menu to reduce customer wait times and complexity of the menu and kitchen. McDonald's has shrunk the size of each menu. The size of each menu. Okay. McDonald's has shrunk the size of its menu to reduce customer wait times and the complexity of the menu and kitchen. Customer wait times and the complexity of the menu and kitchen. Menu and kitchen. Kitchen. kitchen이 아니라 kitchen. McDonald's has shrunk the size of its menu to reduce customer wait times and the complexity of the menu and kitchen. McDonald's has shrunk the size of its menu to reduce customer wait times and the complexity of the menu and kitchen. kitchen, 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 kitchen. Shrunk the size of each menu, custom wait times, and the complexity of the menu and kitchen, and the complexity of the menu and kitchen, McDonald's has shrunk the size of its menu to reduce customer wait times and the complexity of the menu and kitchen. Time of the menu and kitchen. 7가 정확히 들어요. kitchen. McDonald's has shrunk the size of its menu to reduce customer wait times and the complexity of the menu and kitchen. The complexity of the menu and kitchen. Shrunk the size of its menu to reduce customer wait times and the complexity of the menu and kitchen. McDonald's has shrunk the size of its menu to reduce customer wait times. Customer wait times. And the complexity of the menu and kitchen. McDonald's has shrunk the size of its menu. Of the menu and kitchen has shrunk the size of its menu to reduce customer wait times and the complexity of the menu and kitchen. McDonald's has shrunk the size of its menu to reduce customer wait time and the complexity of the menu and kitchen. McDonald's has shrunk the size of its menu. McDonald's has shrunk the size of its menu to reduce customer wait time and complexity of the menu and kitchen. The school has shrunk its curriculum due to funding issues. The school has shrunk its curriculum due to funding issues. The school has shrunk its curriculum due to funding issues. Due to funding issues. Due to funding issues. Due to funding issues. The school has shrunk its curriculum due to funding issues. Has shrunk its curriculum due to funding issues. The school has shrunk its curriculum due to funding issues. The school has shrunk its curriculum due to funding issues. A man and his wife were lucky enough to own a goose that laid a golden egg every day. A man and his wife were lucky enough to own a goose that laid a golden egg every day. A man and his wife were lucky enough to own a goose that laid a golden egg every day. However, imagining that the bird must be golden inside, they decide to kill it. They decide to kill it. Decided to kill it to gather the golden eggs at once. 이상한데. Every day. However, imagining that the bird must be full of gold inside. Must be full golden inside. Must be full of golden inside. Must be full of golden inside. They decided to kill it to get. They decided to kill it to get. Golden inside. They decided to kill it. 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 Get all the golden eggs at once. But when they cut it open, they found that it was just like any other goose. They found that it was just like any other goose. they found that it was just like any other goose. Found that any other goose. So they didn't get rich all at once, as they had hoped, and they could no longer enjoy the daily addition to their wealth. And they could no longer enjoy the daily addition to their wealth. The daily addition to their wealth. The daily addition to their wealth. Much more and loses all. Loses all. Much more and loses all. A man, his wife, will call eggs every day. However, imagine that a bird most people golden side, they decided to create to get all the golden eggs at once. Eggs at once. Golden eggs at once. At once. But when they cut it open, they found that it was just like any other goose. Just like any other goose. So they didn't get rich or the daily addition to their wealth. Much more and loses all. Loses all. Much more and loses all. Loses all. Much more loses all. Much more and loses all. Loses all. When they cut it open, they found that it was just like any other goose. When they cut it open, they found that it was. They cut it open. They found that it was just like any other goose. They found that it was. They found that it was just. That it was just. I found mother's words to be true. I found my mother's words to be true. 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 true, 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 true. To be true, true, true was to be true, true, true. Found my father's words. I found my mother's words to be true, to be true, 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 true. Much wants more and loses all. Much wants more and loses all. I didn't do much of the homework. I didn't do much of the homework. I finished more of the homework than him. I finished more of the homework, more of the homework than him. I finished more of the homework than him. More of the homework than him. I finished more of. I finished all of the homework. I finished all of the. I finished all of the homework. I finished all of the homework. I finished it. I finished it. I finished it. All of the homework. I appreciate all of the homework. 후, 오늘은 여기까지.